If you wake up tired every morning after 60, you're not just getting older. You're experiencing something your body is trying to tell you, and chances are, it starts with what you're doing. Before bed, science from institutions like Stanford and the Mayo Clinic is clear. While some sleep changes with age are natural, constantly waking up exhausted is not. In fact, research shows that the habits we bring into the evening have a greater impact on sleep quality after 60 than genetics, hormones, or even diet. Here's the truth. One common nighttime habit, often seen as harmless or even helpful, could be draining your energy without you realizing it. It's not just about what you do, it's about how your brain and body respond to hidden signals, long after you think you're relaxing. When women in their 60s and beyond come to me feeling frustrated, they often say, "I'm doing everything right, why am I still tired?" The answer is almost never one big mistake. It's usually a few small patterns that, together, steal deep, restorative sleep. And the best part, once you identify and adjust just one or two of these habits, your mornings can completely transform without extreme routines, expensive supplements, or complicated plans. In today's video, we'll dive into the silent saboteurs that disrupt your sleep without warning, the number one habit you must stop doing before bed if you want true morning energy, and science-backed strategies to help you wake up rested, vibrant, and truly yourself again. Waking up tired day after day can quietly erode your energy, mood, and confidence. And yet, most women over 60 are told it's just a normal part of aging. That's only a half-truth. According to the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Sleep Medicine, while it's natural for sleep patterns to shift with age, like spending slightly less time in deep sleep, it's not normal to feel persistently drained every morning. Something else is happening, and often, it's rooted in small habits we don't even realize are sabotaging us. One silent saboteur is inconsistent light exposure. Research shows that after 60, our brains become more sensitive to light signals, meaning that late exposure to bright lights like phones, tablets, TVs, and even bright overhead lighting can trick your body into thinking it's still daytime. Melatonin, the hormone that cues sleep, doesn't surge properly when light keeps flooding your eyes, even if you feel tired. Another hidden culprit is mental overstimulation right before bed. Scrolling through news headlines, solving puzzles on an app, answering emails, these activities may seem harmless, even relaxing. But neurologically, they push your brain into a heightened state of alertness known as hyperarousal. Instead of winding down, your mind stays active long into the night, silently stealing the deep sleep your body needs for true restoration. And then there's emotional residue. Worries, to-do lists, conversations replaying in your head. A study from Johns Hopkins found that rumination, the tendency to mentally rehash events, directly delays sleep onset and disrupts sleep quality, especially in women over 50. None of these saboteurs seem dramatic in the moment. That's why they're so powerful. They slip into our nightly routines quietly, gathering strength over time. The good news: you don't need a total life overhaul to reclaim your sleep. You simply need to recognize what's happening and take small but deliberate steps to protect your evenings. Have you ever imagined starting each day with more energy, health, and confidence? My special calendar, 365 Days of Health, Beauty, and Wisdom, has been carefully created with practical tips and daily inspirations that will transform your routine and renew your vitality after 50. Don't wait any longer to live your best days. Click the link pinned in the first comment to get your calendar now. If there's one habit that quietly robs women over 60 of deep, restorative sleep, it's screen use before bed. Not just scrolling social media or watching late-night TV, but any exposure to screens, whether it's checking emails, playing casual games, or even reading ebooks under bright artificial light. Here's why it matters more after 60. Our brains become more sensitive to circadian cues as we age. According to research from Stanford Sleep Medicine, the body's natural clock, the circadian rhythm, relies heavily on light signals to regulate when we feel sleepy or alert. Blue light emitted by screens is especially disruptive because it mimics daylight, tricking your brain into delaying the release of melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep onset. Marilyn, a 63-year-old retired teacher, thought she was winding down each night by playing crossword puzzles on her tablet. It felt harmless, she told me. It was my way to relax without needing anyone or going anywhere. But she started noticing that even after a full night in bed, she woke up foggy and heavy, needing 2 cups of coffee just to feel human. When she finally swapped her evening screen time for a simple pen and paper journaling routine, the change was profound. Within 2 weeks, Marilyn reported falling asleep faster, waking up less during the night, and most importantly, feeling alert and refreshed in the morning. It's not about demonizing technology. Screens are a part of modern life and they bring real benefits, but using them right before bed sends mixed signals to your brain at exactly the wrong time. And it's not just light exposure. Interacting with devices, even through something as gentle as a puzzle app, keeps your brain in a task-oriented state. This stimulates areas of the brain that should be winding down for sleep, keeping cortisol, your alertness hormone, elevated longer into the night. The result: you may fall asleep eventually, but you're far less likely to enter the deep, restorative stages of sleep that truly recharge your body and mind. If you consistently wake up tired, ask yourself, am I using a screen within 1 hour of bedtime? Even if it's just for fun, do I feel mentally stimulated after? If the answer is yes, that's a major opportunity for transformation. The empowering news is that your brain is highly adaptable, even after 60. Studies show that reducing screen exposure by just 30 to 60 minutes before bed can significantly improve sleep quality in adults over 50. Simple swaps like reading a physical book, listening to soft music, or practicing light stretching can create a natural winding down process one that honors your body's true rhythms instead of fighting them. Many women over 60 assume that if they're not feeling stressed out at bedtime, their sleep problems must come from somewhere else. But the truth is, stress doesn't have to feel dramatic to quietly sabotage your rest. In fact, subtle forms of emotional tension like lingering worries, unfinished tasks, or even mild frustration can trigger a powerful brain response called hyperarousal. According to sleep research at UCLA, hyperarousal is a major cause of insomnia and fragmented sleep, especially in older adults. Here's what happens. Even low-level stress keeps your brain's alertness systems active. Your heart rate stays slightly elevated, your breathing remains shallow, and your body pumps out just enough cortisol to interfere with your natural sleep cycles. You may fall asleep initially, but you'll likely wake up during the night and enter less deep sleep overall. Over time, this pattern creates a vicious cycle. You don't sleep deeply gives you wake up tired gives you feel more emotionally reactive during the day gives your evenings become more mentally cluttered, gives you sleep poorly again. It's not your fault and it's not just aging. It's a natural response that can be gently reversed once you recognize it. One common trigger is mental to-do lists. Many women, especially those used to being caregivers, organizers, and leaders, carry a constant mental load that doesn't switch off at bedtime. Instead of true relaxation, they experience silent thinking, replaying conversations, planning tomorrow's tasks, worrying about family members. Another silent saboteur is late evening decision-making. Even small decisions like sorting through emails or planning next week's meals engage your brain's executive function centers, keeping them active when they should be winding down. Here's a powerful practice. Start a mental closure ritual about 60 minutes before bed. Write down tomorrow's tasks on a physical notepad. Then give yourself permission to be off duty for the rest of the night. Neuroscience shows that this simple externalization technique significantly reduces bedtime hyperarousal and improves sleep efficiency. Have you ever imagined starting each day with more energy, health, and confidence? My special calendar, 365 Days of Health, Beauty, and Wisdom, has been carefully created with practical tips and daily inspirations that will transform your routine and renew your vitality after 50. Don't wait any longer to live your best days. Click the link pinned in the first comment to get your calendar now. You don't have to eliminate all stress to sleep better. You simply need to give your brain clear signals that it's safe to let go. Improving your sleep after 60 doesn't require a total lifestyle overhaul. It starts with small, consistent shifts that honor how your body naturally works today, not how it worked decades ago. When women first realize that their nighttime habits are working against them, many feel an urge to fix everything at once. But studies from Johns Hopkins Sleep Center confirm lasting sleep improvements come from steady, realistic changes, not from extreme routines. Here are 3 simple shifts you can start implementing tonight. 1. Dim your evenings about 2 hours before bedtime. Gradually reduce the lighting in your home. Lower overhead lights, turn off bright lamps, and use softer, warmer bulbs if possible. Research shows that dim light exposure helps signal your brain to begin melatonin production naturally. Without pills or supplements, this shift is particularly powerful after 60, when natural melatonin production tends to decline. A visual anchor, think of your evening environment like candlelight, not a hospital corridor. 2. Create a no-screen buffer zone ideally. Stop using all screens at least 60 minutes before bed. If that feels overwhelming at first, start with 30 minutes and build from there. Instead of a harsh no technology rule, replace the habit with something nourishing. Read a real book, listen to calming music. Do light stretching or gentle yoga. Try a simple meditation app. Audio only, screen off. The goal isn't to punish yourself, it's to shift your brain waves from high alert beta mode to restful alpha and theta states, preparing you for deep sleep. 3. Build a consistent sleep ritual. Your body loves rhythm. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends, strengthens your circadian rhythm and improves sleep depth. It doesn't have to be rigid. A 30 to 60 minute window is enough to create the stability your brain needs. You can create a simple 3-step ritual, like warm tea, caffeine-free 10 minutes of quiet reading, 5 minutes of journaling, or gratitude reflection when repeated consistently. These small signals condition your brain to associate these actions with true rest and safety. The beauty of these shifts is that they enhance everything else you're already doing for your health. They don't compete with your nutrition, your fitness, or your self-care. They support your vitality from the inside out. After 60, the way we care for ourselves needs to evolve, not because we are weaker, but because we are wiser. Creating a nighttime ritual isn't just about getting better sleep. It's about sending a deeper message to yourself every evening. I am worth this care. My energy, my peace, and my future matter. When you build a ritual that truly honors your body's wisdom, sleep becomes a natural byproduct, not the struggle. Here's how to design one that feels authentic, sustainable, and empowering. 1. Anchor your ritual in sensory calm. Your senses are the fastest way to communicate with your nervous system. Use them intentionally. Sight, dim lighting, candles, soft colors in your bedroom, sound, gentle music, nature sounds, or complete silence. Touch, cozy fabrics, a soft robe, a calming foot massage smell, lavender essential oil, herbal teas, fresh linens. These sensory anchors tell your brain the day is done. It's safe to rest now, too. Choose meaningful microactions. A ritual doesn't need to be long to be powerful. In fact, short, meaningful steps are more sustainable. Here's a simple sequence many women find transformative. Gratitude reflection. Write down one thing you appreciated about today. Breath ritual. Take 5 slow, deep breaths, exhaling longer than you inhale. Gentle stretch. A few slow movements to release tension from the neck, shoulders, and back. Each of these actions creates a bridge from doing to being, helping your mind and body transition smoothly into sleep. 3. Protect this ritual like a sacred space. Treat your nighttime routine with the same respect you would give to a meeting with someone you deeply admire. You wouldn't casually cancel or rush it, and you deserve that same honor. If life interrupts, it will sometimes. Return to it the next night without guilt. Consistency is more important than perfection. Building a ritual like this is not about adding more to do. It's about replacing hidden saboteurs with actions that genuinely nourish you. Over time, this practice can shift not only how you sleep, but how you feel about yourself every morning. Stronger, steadier, and more connected to your own inner wisdom. Waking up tired every morning after 60 isn't an inevitable part of aging. It's a signal. A signal that your body is asking for a different kind of support, one that matches the wisdom and vitality you still hold inside. Throughout this video, we uncovered the quiet ways our nighttime habits can work against us, how hidden sleep, saboteurs like light exposure, and mental overstimulation undermine deep rest, how even stress keeps the brain wired and restless even when we feel calm, how simple nourishing shifts can realign us with our natural rhythms, and most importantly, we saw that small, meaningful changes, not massive overhauls, are what restore true, lasting energy. You don't need to chase complicated routines, expensive gadgets, or rigid rules. You need practices that honor where you are now and where you want to go next. Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling rested, steady, and deeply present in your own life. That future is not behind you. It's waiting for you to claim it. If today's message resonated with you, here's something important. You're not alone on this journey. More and more women are rewriting the story of life after 60, not by fighting their bodies, but by partnering with them in deeper, wiser ways. Thank you for spending this time investing in yourself. And if you're ready to continue building strength, energy, and radiance from the inside out, don't miss our next video, why your body changes after 60 and how to stay strong and radiant. See you there.